today we're gonna shoot the TM22, another 200 rounds hopefully. I carefully counted that out, and that should, if we can get through it, get us to 500 rounds to this without doing any repairs or maintenance. I mean, we're missing 2 frame screws, but it's still rocking, no problem. So let's get to shooting. Okay, so out of that last cylinder, there was 1 dud round. Let's see if I can just turn around and get it to fire. That's what it was. Okay, so we just had our first major failure. So, because I never repaired this and put screws back in the front here, the muzzle blast was able to bend this out over about 400 rounds, 350, 400 rounds. We're almost halfway through this, so close to that. So if you don't repair it, that's what's going to happen. What we've learned though is this is really not necessary for it to operate, because all the load is being carried by the bolt going into the frame back here. So I'm going to cautiously continue and try and finish off the 500 rounds. And then I'm going to glue this back together after I do my how-to video. So let's be careful, but let's continue. 2, so all 4 now. Okay, so that is 500 rounds, and we've had this frame part blow off because I never replaced the screws. I was curious how it would fail, and it did. This also validates the idea I had about removing this part of the frame entirely and maybe just backing this up and only having a screw up here and a screw down here at the front of the trigger guard. So what I think I'm going to do is just glue this back together, and this is designed to be the frame halves glued together permanently, but I want to take this apart to make the how-to video, so I didn't do that, and this is the consequences of not putting it together fully and then shooting 500 rounds through it without also repairing it when screws fall out. So yes, I will repair this one, but I think I will do up that design where the frame is cut down to be more minimalist. So you'll still have pick rail and a integrated sight, but it'll be only to the front of the cylinder, and there will be no pick rail here, and the frame will just stop at the front of the trigger, and then the bolt will just rest on the front of the cylinder. So I'll do up that frame and I'll start testing it, but I mean, this now has 500 rounds and it's still working. I need to repair it, but it's still working fine even in this state. So I guess now I have to get my files in order and open up the beta. So yeah, come by BCAM, and yeah, a link in the description in the About Me page on my channel here. And yeah, come by, get through the exam if you're not already, and if you want to test this thing. So more to follow.